in your own Olympiad, but now was living and dead. Who are the ones that inspire you, charge you, threaten you? Well, I'm only interested in what I can admire, um, and there are great many writers. I mean, if you wouldn't seriously want to know all the writers I admire, the list would go on for hours. I wonder the ones you light candles to, you know. I don't light candles to anyone. I reread the writers I admire all the time. And I hesitate only because it's a chance to pay tribute to writers, and there's so many. Um, well, to mention American writers, Donald Barkley, Elizabeth Hardwick, uh, John Updike, James Salter. I could go on and on and on. Some younger writers, Deborah Eisenberg, Darryl Pinckney. I'm sure I'm forgetting 10 other writers that I revere and admire and am stimulated by. But I don't light candles to writers. I mean, I am a writer. Does a surgeon light candles to other surgeons? We're not trying to work. No, I don't think they do. I think they admire and try to learn and be stimulated by. There's nothing, it's too serious to be sentimental. Do you really say what if they really quote you, saying that who is Camille Paya? Did I really say it? You mean, do I really say it? Of course I do say it. Oh, why? When they ask me, did I really say something that entertainment? We reported, yes, I really did say it. Really what? I'm sorry, excuse me, but are we not speaking English? I think if I say who was Camille Paya, no, I didn't say that. Listen, I read Entertainment Weekly. Why did you ask me a direct question? Excuse me. Have you really not read her? Until about 2.5 weeks ago, I had never heard of Camille Paya. That is correct. I then made this statement, and a few people did me the kindness of sending me Xeroxes of some interviews that she has given and some things written about her, with remarks about me circled in red. So I am now familiar to that extent with Camille Paya in the last 2 or 3 weeks that I see. She's made some remarks about me, but I don't consider that being familiar with somebody. And until 2 or 3 weeks ago, I never heard of her. I was intrigued because she is interested in a lot of the things that you write about in this book, including Italian Catholic paganism and feminism. And, well, I would know that. Would I? You'd be surprised at all the things I don't know, because I know a lot of other things, and I read all the time. And I don't think I'm wasting my time in what I do read, so I'm carrying everything. Does pop culture interest you? I don't think in those terms. I don't use those categories. I'm sorry, I'm a working writer who has a lot of interests. And there's no point in asking me if I have a lot of other interests. I could make you a list, a very, very long list of all the things I'm interested in. I'm interested in neurology. I'm interested in art history. I'm interested in et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Be pretentious to go on. Therefore, why ask me? I mean, you have some other agenda, and it's not mine. I have a lot to think about, and a lot to read, a lot to study, and a lot to entertain myself with. And it is based on the entertainment culture. Although I'm sure there are some things I like and enjoy, which some people would call pop culture, but I don't use that language. I think I have a sort of more complicated view. I don't need to use that language. I think you just want to sort of sees it all in a certain way and then distills. And I guess I wonder where do you draw the line in between the serious culture and the entertainment culture? I don't think that way. I don't know. It just goes. You're making this into a very contentious situation. I don't think in these terms. These are journalistic terms, and I'm not drawing lines. I'm not a pundit. I'm just staying home. And I'm reading and listening to music and thinking and doing my writing, and then I go out for very specific occasions which interest me, to a museum, a gallery, opera, ballet, and so on. This is, I don't need these journalistic categories. I'm not drawing any lines. I'm not a pundit. Literature hope for left-wing politics. I can't tell you. I can't answer such a question. I don't have sound bites. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't know how to, I don't think that way. I mean, you might get somebody smarter on your program. I don't think that way. I'm the faintest idea. I have to go off in a corner and think for 3 days before I can answer such a question. I don't have answers like that at the tip of my tongue. I honestly have a lot of interviews and never ask questions like this. Do people really, other people you interview, have answers to such questions? Some do, some don't. I guess there's some decisions over his answers better than things. Well, I guess you got the wrong idea. I mean, I don't know what you think I am. I'm not a performing artist. I'm not Gord the Dog. By the way, I admire. I'm just a writer trying to do my best and figure things out. And just published a novel. That's all I can say. I'm not a performer or a pundit. As a novelist and as a citizen, as a reader and a viewer, don't you find yourself almost inevitably drawn to the television set, to the so-called popular questions? Questions of what most people are seeing, most people are seeing as art, thinking, being sold. No. And you know I do. I've said it in countless interviews. Maybe that's the problem. No, I'm not drawn. And I'm not drawn precisely in the way that you think I ought to be drawn. That is to say, as a reader, as a writer, as all those other things, and now I'm not drawn. Clearly you think I should be. I think I shouldn't be, so there's another disagreement. I guess I do it all. Whether I like it or not. Well, that's what you think. I feel it's very important that many of us not. Experiencing downwards television. That's Susan Sontag explaining, in a sense, why Neil Pilot dismisses her as Miss Mandarin in a New York apartment, but now somebody's going to explain it. Panya, for all her markings, Sontag's got a bestseller on her hands. I'm Mr. White. Good night.